Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Aloha, mother fathers. Welcome in another episode of the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast. It is the big one, Wrestlemania week. And we're excited, of course. Kyle Cornell, AA, Anthony Alford with you, as always, on the program today. AA, man, how you feeling? It is the pinnacle of the World Wrestling world, the WWW.
I'm excited. We're coming off the heels of AEW beating WCW Nitro, and I'm kidding. That is true, though.
They didn't beat anything. They just had more episodes.
They have more episodes.
Yeah.
I hope, since we tape later, I hope Tony Khan said, F all you critics, and came out with the motorcycle, Eric Bischoff style, and do a complete troll job.
No, Tony Khan come out in a fucking Segway, possibly in a hoverboard. Or maybe even one of those new electric bikes. I have no idea what he's in. Maybe he's going to come out in a Lime scooter. We'll see what happens with that. I have no fucking clue.
You're 100% right, though. This is a big week. This is our Super Bowl, WrestleMania week, celebration of wrestling. Got a lot of things to get through. Actually, this is the most unique show because it almost feels like today we're going to do two shows in one, and we're going to do it in a tight format, but it's going to get done.
Yeah, you sent me the format, and I about shit. So.
It's going to get done. We're on social media all over the place.
Also want to point out, too, AA printed out packets because I had no idea what the card was, apparently, and he wanted to make sure we had speaking material for the broadcast today. He did mention, obviously, Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast with AA and Kyle on Facebook. Side Hustle Podcast 216 over on YouTube and TikTok and Twitter. And I don't think we're on Twitter, but Instagram, I don't know. Maybe we are. Maybe we're not. I don't know. You kind of just mine there and find Trinity Fatu tweets. That's all you really do. Are they still called tweets? I don't fucking know anymore.
She was tweeting all right.
She was tweeting something.
She was tweeting, twerking.
And, of course, we're broadcasting, as always, from LPV here in the studios.
Big Jim!
That's no, we can't call Jim big.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, because his ego's already too big.
And also, you can follow us on the...
Oh, look at that. New slide.
Yeah, new slide.
Wow.
How about that?
Yeah, way to put a slide in for the audio listeners.
Hey.
God, you're so dumb sometimes. Hey, everyone listening, look at the slide we just put up.
No, here's why. Because if you're watching that video, you put the audio slide at the beginning.
Like, if you don't think about it and you just, say it, you're like, what the fuck?
I know. Boy. That's going to be an ill-timed comment because the next slide is our sponsors.
Oh, they're great. You're ridiculous. They're fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, my goodness.
BA Sweeties, Mike from State Farm, Omega Video Marketing. All right, big show coming up. You're going to notice here some interesting features here today because the sweet moment involves someone who's actually not on the WrestleMania card yet, but I thought had an unbelievable night after not competing in the ring for, almost 6 months? Maybe 6 months on the nose?
Having a match on Raw since I think he said August or something like that of last year, which is crazy to think about because he's been on TV like every week. He just hasn't been in a match.
Right.
Which blows your mind. I mean, obviously, with everything that's happened with him and the group that he was with before, it makes a lot of sense. But, yeah, I mean, hell of a week.
Couple other things we're going to present to you as well. A couple of news and notes heading into WrestleMania. The promo of the week, my favorite promo of the week, somebody who I didn't think would ever win this, be a part of that segment ever.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of reached a little on it, but I get it. I get it. It fed one of probably the best, maybe the second best story they have going into WrestleMania now, so I understand.
I'm going to save I have a question for you that I have to save until we get to that preview.
Yeah. This is the problem with previews. I just want to jump right in.
I know. We'll preview everything. We got 13 matches. For now. Randy Orton, what are you doing? WrestleMania Sunday, what are you doing?
I feel like hold on. Let me move out of the way for our audio listeners.
For our audio listeners, say nothing.
Nothing.
There you go.
Hold on. Nothing. That's how you felt when you read Trinity's tweet. Speechless.
I can't wait till we get to that.
I can't believe it's a topic.
I can't believe we gonna get to it. I'm telling you, this part of the
Speaking
match
about getting
reasons.
to it.
We gonna get to it. All right, let's go. Sweet moment of the week brought to you by BA Sweeties, and Karrion Kross is leading this show, and Karrion Kross does not have a WrestleMania match, but I'm telling you, everything from didn't know this because they didn't show it here in the States, but they brought back his old NXT entrance.
Good.
He sold a fake ankle injury. Of course, he's in the ring with AJ Styles, so he's going to look great, and everybody looks great with AJ Styles. And then he sacrificed himself, and then he, on social media, cut an unbelievable promo. We're not going to play it for you right now because it's like 3 minutes long.
Yeah, plus we get copyrighted enough as it is in the show, so there's no reason to just add on to the list of shit,
But I'll tell you, and I know in the grand scheme of things, maybe it could. Well, you mentioned the Gunther thing may be a reach. Maybe this is a reach too, because Seth Rollins had an unbelievable week again. But I'll tell you, Karrion Kross, for what we've seen, I personally believe, and I think a lot of people perhaps agree, that he should be a major player post WrestleMania, and maybe he'll have a role in the AJ Styles Logan Paul match. Maybe.
Who knows? I think the other big thing that's actually been like a groundswell on the IWC now is Kross versus Orton. People have been trying to talk and just spread the word of trying to get Karrion in a match with Randy, since Randy's kind of just hanging out. This is almost going to be like the Seth Rollins thing from 4 years ago when Cody came back, where who's Seth going to face? That kind of stuff. Now, who's Randy going to face? Like, we don't know. I mean, maybe we'll get more ideas on SmackDown, but I mean, this is... Yeah, the dude's got we said he's got the look. He can talk. He's got the talent. His finisher's fucking sick. Like, I love that move. It's like the fireman's carry into the DDT.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a great move that I'm surprised no one's done before. I can't believe it hasn't been maybe it has been somewhere. I don't know. Maybe somewhere in New Japan. Right, Dave? But nevertheless.
5 star.
Yeah. No, don't worry. No 5-star matches on the last AEW pay-per-view, though. There was a 4 3/4 star, but not a 5. So, yeah,
Diminishing skills.
Alert the fucking presses. He's lashing out against his...
What did you think, though, of Karrion Kross mentioning during the match? Like, he apparently cares very deeply about AJ Styles. He needs this W on Sunday. And that's almost part of the preview of that match, to save professional wrestling. What did you think about that?
I think that's ironic that they're kind of using the same storyline in multiple different stories. Cody versus John is to save wrestling in the future of wrestling. Seth is for the future of the business now. And now Karrion Kross is talking about AJ Styles versus Logan Paul being for the future of the company. Apparently every match is going to dictate the next 10 years at WrestleMania. So you can't go to the bathroom. There are no bathroom break matches. Every match means everything to everyone. So, yeah. It's like the only issue I have with it. Like, I love the passion behind it, and I'm glad they're giving him... I mean, it's not really even giving him a platform. He posted it on his social media, and WWE just got tagged in it. But, I mean, like, this guy has all the tools, and I could not for the life of me understand why people just wouldn't get either behind him and boo the shit out of him, or get behind him and start cheering him. I don't get it. I don't know if it's because he looks like somebody that Vince would want to push to the moon, or what, but like the dude's in with Triple H. Obviously, he brought him back after he got let go in the first place because he saw all this potential. He's always wanted to be there. That's why he's okay with this kind of. I haven't had a match on Raw in 6 months, but I'm cool. Like, it's like he's fine with that. Like, he's exactly where he wants to be. I just wish people would appreciate that more, because the dude's got a lot of talent, and he's in the prime of his career.
Well, when we did the Let's Fix It last year, we talked about, I think one of the first things we said, dump Final Testament.
What?
And,
or have them get fired.
One or the other. Whatever works, and I hope they find employment.
I don't give a fuck.
But it seemed like, because it when you watch Karrion Kross, it was like, oh, he has all the tools. Everything that Kyle mentioned, you're not wrong. I mean, he has all the tools and stuff, but it always seemed like something was missing. But it didn't seem that way on Monday.
No.
It seemed like everything that Triple H, Karrion himself, Scarlett, everything he envisioned, from, even a sacrifice, like, it all worked out, and it all was put together. So we'll see if Karrion Kross has a big role either on Sunday or going forward. here.
Who knows, man? I mean, it's one of those things where Randy does need an opponent, and if you don't want to throw Nick Aldis in the ring, or you don't want one of the guys that are coming back to debut there, he's going to put on a good match with Randy. And I mean, he's earned it. He's got the social media following. He's got people talking with this AJ thing. He was bouncing around with Sammy for a while before he got hurt.
And it's okay because of this finish where he sacrificed himself. It's actually okay if Karrion loses.
Oh, 100%. He's not going to beat Randy.
Well, and that's honestly him sacrificing himself. That's part of the story. We don't know why
the
yet.
whole thing is you change after you face him, right? They've been telling this story for years now.
Oh, that was the other detail. They mentioned in the commentary, same gear where AJ Styles. If you notice, every time Karrion Kross interacts with somebody, his hair matches who he's facing, who he's talking with, who he's trying to change. Now, I'm not expecting Karrion Kross to show up one day with the 09 Randy Orton bald look. Oh boy!
But he's went bald before. That's what he was in NXT. Yeah, so that was the menacing heel, run through everyone type stuff. But it's playing to the story. And if he faced Randy at WrestleMania, it gives Randy another avenue to continue to go down that hole because they faced Karrion Kross. They changed. It's like when people were facing The Fiend.
Mm-hmm.
That was the story, right? Finn Balor, all these guys, they just changed. Daniel Bryan at one point changed. There was just so much that changed about them after they went one-on-one with that person. And he's in that role now and has a lot of talent. I just hope they utilize it properly.
Our BA Sweet moment of the week. Yes, the sweet is back. We don't have to cover sour. You know we have good sour.
But people fucking
here.
love the sour moment on TikTok, dude. Holy shit.
Our sweet moment of the week brought to you by BA Sweeties, the emerging Karrion Kross. And they did love the content on TikTok all throughout.
It was a busy week for us on YouTube too. Picking up some views. I think we had thousands of views on each of the last 5 or 6 shorts we posted too. People are paying. I mean, obviously this is the time of year, but yeah, man, shit's heating up.
This is good stuff. It's also heating up at BA Sweeties.
Almost time.
Extended
Sunday.
Extended hours. Now here's the key. BA Sweeties, they have families too. They're not open on Easter Sunday, but between now, today, Thursday, Friday, tomorrow, and then Saturday, extended hours at BA Sweeties. So the weather's going to be great. No excuse to not head out to BA Sweeties to get unbelievable candy treats for Easter. Again, exit 15, the Ridge Road exit, the intersection at Brook Park Road, make a left, and then you'll be right there at BA Sweeties, the giant lollipop. It's a lot of great stuff. And check out for yourself how huge this place is and all the selections you can get at the wonderful BA Sweeties. Double A Anthony Alfred here for Sweeties, a family destination satisfying sweet tooths in Northeast Ohio on Brook Park Road for over 74 years. The largest candy store in North America with 40,000 square feet stacked to the rafters with over $5 million in inventory. Come down to Sweeties today on Brook Park Road at Ridge. Just look for the giant lollipops. 6770 Brook Park Road, 6770 Brook Park Road in Cleveland, where you can find BA Sweeties. And there isn't a better treat to have on Easter weekend. WrestleMania weekend as well. You got to mention that because we are a wrestling show. All that.
No shit.
All that. There's another celebration coming up this weekend, too, on April 20th.
Hitler's birthday.
Wow. BA Sweeties.
Dude, that day's fucked, honestly. There's so much shit that goes on that day. It's wild. You got 420. That's actually legit.
Yes.
That's when I first heard that. I was like, why the fuck are we, people, I guess we had to try and make this something else because, it's such a bad fucking day. We have to, switch it up.
It's crazy.
Wow.
I don't think a lot of fans realize, how, why WrestleMania is this late. But also at the same time, why is Easter this late, too?
I don't know.
I saw I think there's something with, I think, the first, full moon or something. It's pink or something like that. And then I saw something on the news. They sound
the Easter Bunny went and dyed the moon pink. Yeah.
Probably.
So for one night. But no, that's it. My calendar is actually a year, or not a year, but it's a couple weeks later. Like my Christmas for Serbian Orthodox is January 7th, when the normal American Christmas is the 25th. This year, Easter, same day.
Wow.
I don't know why.
I don't know.
I asked my mom. I'm like, why is this the same? She's like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm like, are we finally gonna like do what the rest of the world's doing?
Right.
Go back to a normal calendar.
That's why I'm excited about our special that we're doing on Saturday, because it's not tied in Easter, but Easter Sunday, we have obligations.
Yeah.
So
during the day, I'm gonna
during
be
the
busy,
day we have obligations that we can't get out of. I was hoping the Cavs played in the afternoon. Of course not.
7:30.
7. Yeah. So
yep.
When we have the night 2 celebration at my place, I'll have a second screen for the Cavs for game 1.
Are you gonna have a little write up too of their season?
That's right. Darius Garland. This is year 5 for Darius Garland.
5 years already, man.
I don't know. I think it's 5 years. I could be wrong. I might be wrong.
It might be more.
It probably is more.
Damn.
Evan Mobley might win Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. Ty Jerome might win 6-man.
He should win 6-man. Ty Jerome will be a starter at a lot of places.
He may be a starter as soon as next year if they don't resign him.
Right. 677 Brook Park Road, Cleveland, Ohio. BA Sweeties. A lot of reasons to get BA Sweeties. And once you go beyond Easter weekend, our favorite, Golfland, is going to reopen. So we cannot wait.
I'm bringing the driver.
All right, couple of news and notes from this week. WWE finished up their list of the top 50 WrestleMania matches of all time. We have the top 10. And quickly, number 1 was Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25. The match that will be inducted coming up this weekend, Bret Hart and Stone Cold, WrestleMania 13 was number 2. Number 3, The Rock and Hulk Hogan. You can see the entire list. We'll post it on our social media platforms. But is there any match on this list? And we just have the top 10 here.
Yeah.
That you think is out of place? Do you think this list is just right? And it's tough, too, because, it's a WrestleMania. It's all subjective. It's pro wrestling. Well, what do you think?
It's all opinion-based. I mean, pretty much. But yeah, I don't. I know people talk up Rock and Hogan like a lot because of the crowd and the energy or whatever it was. I mean, if you want to put it in your top 10, that's fine, but it's not number 3. Like Savage and Steamboat, that's one of the first matches I ever watched. Like when I got like the network and went back and watched old stuff, I made sure I bookmarked. I need to watch this match, and it was fantastic. The work was great. The crowd was into it. It was unbelievable. Undertaker and Shawn, pick one. 25 or 26 are both, I think, should be in the top 10 just because they were both amazing matches. 25 is going to get known more because of the story.
25 was the better match. 26 had the better story because of the retirement angle.
Yeah, because Shawn was still going to wrestle for a full year after 25. But Cody and Roman making the list for 40 is for WrestleMania 40 is pretty cool. I would have had him in the top 5. Just talk about the full overarching story, everything that went into that match.
Roman and Cody on this list,
It's
WWE's
6.
list is number 6.
Yeah, I would have had him probably. I would have moved Rock and Hogan outside the top 5 and moved Roman and Cody into it. And unfortunately, even Rock and Stone Cold, I remember watching that live. WrestleMania 17, one of the first WrestleManias I watched live. And, I was more upset.
Yeah.
Than anything else.
The finish.
Yeah.
The heel turn.
Even, the Rock and Stone Cold, that was Stone Cold's retirement match. That wasn't the heel turn.
Which one?
17, number 5, Rock versus Stone Cold, WrestleMania 17.
No, 18 was the retire, or no, 19 was the Seattle.
Hey, how many times they fucking face each other? I don't.
They faced
the
each
Seattle
other.
one. I thought that was that. Okay, never mind. You're right. Yeah, exactly.
The Seattle one.
Yeah, fucking A, dude.
But the heel turn happened in 17. That's the one that's on the list.
Gotcha. Okay, that one's okay. That makes more sense because 19, I was just upset.
Yeah,
so that wasn't even.
19. The story going into that match was The Rock never beating Stone Cold, and then The Rock was Hollywood Rock at that point.
Yeah.
And then we didn't know publicly that was Stone Cold's last match. All of that. I think even Stone Cold would tell you about WrestleMania 17 if they didn't go with the heel turn. That it was his idea, by the way. that it would be because the bill for that match was amazing. Amazing. We still play the sit down interview that they had in the locker room with Jim Ross, still to this day. But the finish, and it's also known unofficially as the end point of the Attitude Era. You know what? Looking at this list, obviously Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, number one, deservingly so. Rock, Hogan, I understand what you're saying as far as the crowd reaction and like maybe that could be oversold historically. But just thinking of that moment of time, like that match changed The Rock's character. It was because of that match that Hollywood Rock and the Rock you see or is around today is here. It's because of that match. It wasn't
because the Scorpion King did really well, right? That wasn't the real reason why he turned into Hollywood.
One of the reasons. But that was the first crowd that like turned on Rock. I do love and appreciate the fact that TLC 2, Dudley's, Hardy's, Edge, and Christian is on this list.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. Just a series of matches. They belong there. I don't know about Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte. They're number 10 on this list.
That's unfortunately a thing, too, where the finish just sucked. But the lead-up and the match itself was a good match. It's just...
I'm indifferent about Charlotte being involved in the match in the first place.
I know you love triple threats.
I'm indifferent. Although, I just bought Becky's book that came out a year ago. I'm just now reading it.
I read like a chapter.
I'm a chapter in, so I'm sure she talked about this moment.
Oh, of course.
So I'm curious because honestly, Becky and Ronda one-on-one would have worked.
Oh, that's what everyone thought was going to happen.
Yeah, it should have happened. But Vince,
how do we make it bigger, brother?
Vince being Vince.
Let's put the tall blonde girl in there too. She's Ric Flair's kids, right?
Historically, if you're looking at a match that perhaps did more business than any other. A little shocking that Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan is number 8 on this list.
Again, because the match.
Well, it wasn't a match.
It wasn't a match. It was Hogan
building up to a body slam.
Yeah, Hogan just slammed him, and that was it. I mean, huge moment, great. Andre doesn't get slammed very often, like on TV, whatever, closed caption, closed television, whatever, closed circuit TV, whatever. But I mean, the match itself, it's the moment in the match. It's not the match, and that's why it's replayed. It's the beginning of all the signatures and all that stuff and everything too. But I mean,
gotta love it. Gotta love it. Again, share your thoughts on our social media platforms about the top 10. WWE had the full top 50 list. Before we get to the match previews, little update on the tickets. As of yesterday's taping, still 3,000 tickets available for WrestleMania Saturday. Over 1,000 tickets for WrestleMania Sunday. But the person who runs this account is from WrestleTix, brings up an interesting point. Last year, WWE had all these string of sellout shows. Obviously, the shows are not selling out this year. However, it seems and appears that WWE is making more money. They have higher gates at these shows. So WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, while it's not sold out, they're going to make way more money than they did last year in Philadelphia.
Well, there's still time to. People buy tickets in the last week, last couple days, whatever it is. And I mean, still, I'm curious to see what the actual number they flash on the screen is when they say, 67,000 when there's only like 54,000 seats set up. Because, apparently everyone just likes to blow shit out of proportion nowadays. But, I mean, still, 2 days, over 50,000 people in a stadium for 2 days in a row. I mean, that's pretty impressive. There's a reason why there's only one company that can do that.
I mean, if Vince McMahon was here in the studio today, he would say, what's the difference between 93,000 and 78,000?
15,000 souls I don't give a damn about.
Oh, man, good stuff. All right, here we go.
You can tell Double A's trying to speed through this because, we have to read all of his synopsises for all the different...
I am not reading these word for word. I printed out.
There's one. I forget. Oh, I got to look really quick. Yeah. It's the last one.
Oh.
This one that I like have to read because I read the first couple words. I just started laughing. I was like, this is great. Like what the fuck?
All right. Here we go. Told you we got 2 shows in one here because we're going to preview the matches here. And we start with the main event.
Are we doing matches before the promo of the week?
It's going to be within. It's
Oh,
all
I see what you
self-contained.
did there. I see what you did there.
Promo of the week coming up.
It wasn't John, though, because he wasn't on TV. Whoopsie doopsie.
He said, turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. My bad.
I'm sorry, I was listening to that on the way here. It's all good.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Cody and John Cena. The time has arrived. They will have one more face-off tomorrow night. I mean, what do you want to hear from Cena tomorrow night, first off?
I don't know. Because he honestly looks like a punk at this point. What has John done in the build to this moment that makes anyone think that he can beat Cody Rhodes in a match? Like, there almost has to be interference.
Yeah,
we know there's going to be.
If it's not for interference, nothing.
But I'm concerned of a possible reoccurring trend in the main event on Sunday in a one-on-one championship match that we need to have interference for it to be bigger. I'm concerned that the 2 guys in the ring aren't going to be enough. And I'm concerned that that's going to be the theme moving forward as far as making it bigger than the year before. What other names can we pull into this instead of just really focusing on just the 2 guys or girls or whoever that are in the match itself being able to carry that spot and get everyone excited about it?
Do you think the Avengers finish from last year's main event set the bar too high?
I think if that was a one-off thing, like where it's rare, that's one thing, but we know that's not going to happen. It's going to happen again this year, where Cody's going to have possibly Randy come out, or maybe Stone Cold comes out, or whoever, and The Rock's going to be there most likely, and freaking Travis Scott. Maybe Bad Bunny will show up. I have no clue. Is he going to be at one of the After Dark shows? They're having 16 of them. I have no fucking idea. But like this is my point. I think you kind of hit the nail on the head with that. That kind of finish, good once in a while, not good every year, because it's taking away from these 2 actually having a reasonable, good match with a good story, which has already been shaky to begin with.
And speaking of story, it feels like the story here coming into this match is incomplete. Like, that's where I think there are some people who are not as high on the triple threat main event on Saturday as we are.
Well, at least we know there's going to be good wrestling in the match.
But
shit.
In comparison, we may be a little bit low on the Sunday main event compared to the normal fan. And everything that Cena has been asked to do in his heel turn has been great. Every promo, he's knocked it out of the park as far as delivery, attacking the fans. The 3rd week, it was the face-off with Cody. Did a great job. But then when you really sit back and think about the story and how this all somewhat came about, and I was willing to listen to you with some of the things that you have said about Cena, but we've never really arrived to the why is The Rock involved? Why is he involved? Which, again, they can get to. Wink, wink.
I have a feeling it's going to be a long story that somehow involves Roman. Like, there's going to be something stupid that goes on for years.
Why was, as crazy as it sounds, why was Travis Scott, why was he involved?
Yeah.
There are certain, and ultimately, we know that Cena had hatred towards the fans as far as treatment. But to your point, we need a legitimate reason why Cena, who has not won a singles match in years, why is he the one to take the championship away from Cody?
The guy who worked and won and won and won and eventually got it, to a guy that, again, needed help again in the Elimination Chamber to get to where he was. And this may be a hot take. I almost wish Cena was still a face. And they just marketed this as it's his last WrestleMania. Could be his last chance to win the 17th championship. They had a story built in that would have made sense, and they could have still went back and forth. They could have taken some shots here or there, and Cena could have done some of that stuff. Maybe this is where he does give you a week or 2 of the Doctor of Thugonomics just to kind of give people the nostalgia. And then he turns at Mania, and that's what causes Cena to win it. mean, that would have been maybe a little better from my viewpoint, because at least then still there's a story there instead of, like you said, this shit happens with The Rock. Cody says, go fuck yourself. John Cena says, I'd rather fuck Rock. Let me bend over. And then here we are. Like, I don't, it's strange to me.
Should have wrote that in the preview.
Well, sometimes I say some things.
Eh,
There are going to be people that think I celebrate Hitler's birthday now, by the way, which is going to go over great.
yeah. Watch Opus. We'll cut that.
Oh, yeah, of course. Let's see if I can trend again.
Yeah. Opus will cut that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It says like the little bar that says trending. It's going to be lighting up. Be lighting up like we are on 420.
Hopefully you like this triple threat match. WrestleMania Saturday, the main event. We're going to we have two clips we're going to play. The second one is the Fabert promo of the week, which we'll get to in a little bit. But first clip that we're going to play here once it's ready to go. Another week where seemingly Seth Rollins is carrying this feud.
He's Karrion Kross in this feud.
Yes, he is. He is, again, driving home the point of the storyline. We're going to watch a little bit of this clip courtesy of WWE. And then I believe there are some people, understandably so, who may be misunderstanding the purpose of this feud. I want to get to that in a second, but take a listen. This was Seth Rollins this past Monday night, courtesy of WWE.
Except for when it's convenient and want everybody else to do all the dirty work, then this business dies. And it can't be CM Punk either, and you're starting to figure that out. Because if this business is filled with little CM Punks running around who want to pick up their ball and go home when times get tough, only to come back and leech off the profits of other people's success, this business dies.
Hey, Pete, pause it right here. Just pause. You keep the screen up. Can a facial expression tell a story? Look at everyone in this scene right now.
Seth, just determined to make a point. Roman, like, oh, he's got a point. Paul, like, huh.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. I get this. I get this.
I hate that freaking song. But he's got a point.
All right, go ahead, Pete.
Oh, yeah. Y'all want the business to die, do ya?
Ooh, pause
Well,
again.
I don't.
My personal favorite part of that promo, finally he acknowledged the fans, like, I'm actually trying to save this business, and you're every week in and week out,
Those little things,
you're chanting
man.
for this punk ass CM Punk.
It's just little things that they sprinkle in these promos. It's almost like these guys are professionals and do this every week. It's crazy.
Because if this business is filled with people like me who will sacrifice physical and mental well-being to always do what is best for business.
Ooh.
The business not only lives, but it thrives. There can be only one, and it's gotta be me. Except for when...
Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Okay, listen. I want to address two things. Number one, the question I asked you off air. So we have addressed, if you've been watching or listening to this show, we're on the same wavelength here in terms of what we think that where this story is going. Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman aligning either at the end of this match on Saturday or a bigger story with The Rock orchestrating all of this. My question to you, Kyle Cornell, why would Roman Reigns not be involved in a group led by The Rock, Seth Rollins, and John Cena?
I think, and it's funny when you asked that, I had the answer immediately. He failed. In the biggest moment for our family, You lost. I can't do anything with that. I can't have failure. I'm the high chief of our family. I cannot tolerate failure. Can't. So, I went to Cody, the man who beat you. He spurred me. I went to John, the man who I have respect for, the man who had led this company for years and years and years and took the mantle from me. And he came. And I look at this triple threat match. I see you destined for failure. Your house is not in order. Seth sees clarity.
And I'm going to tie in the Paul Heyman part of this, too.
Paul's tired of this shit, too. He's getting...
Paul's tired of this, yes.
He's like a piece of meat.
He's tired because Roman, I took you in.
Punk.
Like, Paul Heyman ran ECW, the original ECW. Like, Paul Heyman is legit Hall of Famer in this business. And Roman treats him as a lackey.
People are like, it's to the point now people are questioning Paul. Like, why is he so important? It's like, you don't understand. This dude's been writing the main event for the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
He's been the reason why you've been tuning in. He has been writing with the Rock's writers, with Triple H, with those guys. He's been giving advice to the other top stars on the show. His word and his mind may be one of the best in the business right now.
And that's off screen. On screen,
oh my God,
Paul Heyman is the reason why Big Dog Roman Reigns, which Roman is more ashamed of than anybody else in America, is now the tribal chief. His vision of empowering the family, empowering the bloodline, it was Paul Heyman's vision. It was Paul Heyman's vision that Solo wanted to possess last year. It's the vision. It's and Seth Rollins has always been right in the sense Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, all this talent in the world, he has it all. Always behind the 8 ball. Every time. Loaded with talent. Roman Reigns in the world of professional wrestling should still be the undisputed champion. And he's not, because he dropped the ball when it mattered most.
Yeah.
And that will be the story. And I think Paul Heyman, I don't know if they'll go this deep into it, but it's fun to speculate. Maybe him and Rock have been talking for a while.
Well, he had the Rock phone. He had the Roman phone and he had the Rock phone. Call the final boss. Call the tribal chief. Like, he did the whole thing. Like, we're acting like all of a sudden that, the Rock forgot who Paul Heyman is. Like, no, he knows. Like, and again, I've seen so many theories about how Jay is going to join the family, join the Rock's faction, all this stuff. This makes the most sense, and it gears you to then having the match with Rock and Roman next year.
Mm-hmm.
It gets Roman off the title scene, obviously, so those two titles can flourish and be on the show, which is good.
And Cena is scheduled for more appearances, particularly on the SmackDown side.
Yeah. Which makes sense because he's going to be the WWE champion, so it makes sense for him to be over there, and then for Jay to be on the other side. So
let's call our shots on the main event for this match for Roman, Seth, and Punk. Listen, ever since they've gone with this 2-night format, except for the pandemic mania, don't forget that ever existed. But all the WrestleManias, there's been a 2-night format with fans. One of the nights has ended with a babyface winning the main event. The other night has ended with a heel winning the main event. This will be the first year that both nights are won by heels.
See, I don't know, because technically all three of these guys are still babyfaces. He'll be a heel after he wins.
Seth Rollins will be a clear lead dog heel at the end of Saturday night.
After the match, you're right. But during the match, they're all three
that's
going
what I'm
in.
Saying. That's what I'm saying.
So babyface can still win. And then immediately turn into an asshole.
Okay, so you'll get a heel turn on Saturday, and then Sunday, everything comes together. I think on Sunday, that's where The Rock will have his appearance.
Yeah.
I think Sunday, that's where Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman shows up. That's where John Cena shows up. Travis Scott will be there too. And it will all come together. They will all stand over Cody Rhodes Sunday night. They will both Rollins won't have his title yet. He will in a month when he beats Jey Uso in a month. And they're going to stand tall. This is the soul of WWE will be established on WrestleMania Saturday and Sunday. So that's why I have. You have Cena winning on Sunday, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There's as hard as it is to believe he can do it by himself, because he won't. I also can't see, because we talked about this before, as that it was my take. Like, if he loses, go home, because there's no reason for you to be around anymore. You can't keep showing up after the story they've told and not win the championship.
And then who do you have in this match?
Seth.
Yeah.
I think we both talked about this too. It doesn't make sense for anyone besides Seth to win this. No one else gains anything.
Mm-hmm.
Punk already won. He's in the main event.
Yep.
Roman, it's not for a title, and he's got as over as he's ever going to be. Seth has the most room to grow still, and the most room to contribute to the rest of what's going on. It makes all the sense in the world for Seth to win.
All right, should be pretty exciting stuff in the main event scene. All right, my favorite promo of the week came from a young man who I didn't think would ever be a part of this segment.
Who is older than both of us.
That's right. Man, listen, I have a hot take, by the way, after we hear this promo.
I'm sure you do.
Is
it about someone that was a history? I'm going to stop bringing that up. All right.
Let's go. Courtesy of WWE. Here we go.
Ever since I stepped foot in this company, I am the greatest gift this company has ever received. For 80% of my time in this company, I have been a champion. And right now, I am the greatest World Heavyweight Champion of all time. And I refuse to let somebody like Jey Uso ruin that for me.
Hey, courtesy of WWE. Hey, Pete, can you put the one shot on me, please?
Oh, boy.
I would like to formally apologize to Ric Flair and Triple H and David Flair, David Arquette, for disrespecting the big gold belt. Gunther may be one of the greatest world champions ever, and I apologize for disrespecting David Arquette. Thank you very much.
You try to have like one serious moment. And I'm sorry, I'm just a fucking asshole today. I don't know why. Oh.
Great movie.
If you would have told me at age 30 I'd be doing bunny ears and cracking up on camera, I would have asked what you were smoking on 420. Holy shit. I'm crying. I have glasses on, so you can't see.
For the first 7 weeks of this feud, it sucked. The first, 7 weeks. It was, you had a bit of a background of the story. You know, the Royal Rumble win was fantastic. But the story all the way up until Big Jim, it sucked.
Don't Booker T laugh, Big Jim.
I can make an argument. I mean, it's not a concrete argument, anything like that. Obviously, Roman, Seth, and Punk, there's a bigger story. But, man, if the Royal Rumble was 3 weeks ago and the feud started with the slap from Big Jim, and then you had the injury angle, and then Jey Uso coming out and saying, I'm not scared of Gunther, and then coming out this past week, you have that promo. I can make an argument that this is a main event quality feud.
The whole point of winning the Royal Rumble was to be the main event of WrestleMania.
True, but the first 7 weeks said,
Yeah, I don't. And honestly, I'm kind of upset with Jay from Monday because I wanted Serious Jay again. Didn't get it. He's eating in the crowd. He's dancing on the table. again, like your brother just wasn't beaten to a bloody pulp before you. You'd captured the emotion the week before, and all of a sudden now, because in storyline you've gotten some of your confidence back, you're going to keep dancing around. Like, dude, like I'm not even kidding because Gunther wasn't there. He wasn't out there. But
Right.
when
He
he's-
was out. The promo that we played was
Yeah.
from earlier in the show.
If Gunther comes out first, I'm assuming this is going to be the first match on night one. So we're going to have the reaction live. And the folks that are going to be here in attendance are going to feel how I feel very quickly because they're going to see it from me. If Jay comes out and starts yeeting, if he's second, and Gunther's already in the ring and he doesn't just go right to the ring serious and just beat the shit out of him,
So he won't be second. Jey Uso's going to be the first one to come out.
I hate that.
He's going to be the first one to come out.
I hate it because they played it up like he's going to be serious now, and then he's going to do the same fucking shtick. I hope Gunther wins.
I think Jay should win. I think the story has kind of dictated that, but it also tells me that Jay is only prepping for this moment, and he's gonna. It's the story that's trying to be told here is, I'm gonna win it my way. And it is Jay's way. Like, that's how he operates and stuff.
Well,
but that also told me, too, okay, Jay's going to get this W this Saturday. And then once this Seth Rollins thing gets cooking.
he won't be champ for long.
He's that
Do you remember when everyone thought Roman was going to beat Brock at that one WrestleMania? And Brock ended up, like, bloodying Roman. And it took 6 F5s, but he beat him. And everyone was like, what the fuck was that about? I have a strange feeling we're going to see that. I am picking Gunther to win this match.
I'm going to pick Jey Uso, but it will be a massacre. It's going to be you're going to see a returning Big Jim. Stop laughing. You're going to see a returning Big Jim.
I'm being as serious as Jay is about the match.
Being as serious as Big Jim is right now. You're going to see him return.
He ain't stop smiling.
And he's going to wait till the next match. And he's going to help his brother get the W. You're going to get a wholesome moment to start this. I would have loved to have seen, though, Jay and Roman in a backstage something, anything.
You're just copying my take from last week.
But
say it louder because I didn't say it loud enough, apparently.
Well, it doesn't matter because Roman thinks the show starts at 10:50 every week.
Yeah.
So none of it matters.
What the fuck is he doing the entire time? Like he acting like he just got off the jet. Like he can't just go sit in his locker room or something like that for a little bit. Like I don't. Nope, he's got a fake pull up in a car right
don't
before it
worry.
shows up.
Paul Heyman gets to hold in his whatever for 3 hours waiting in the back.
You sat on a case back there and just waited.
Just waiting. You know what's not going to make you wait? My guy right here, Mike from State Farm. You know, you get that call. He's gonna help you out. He's gonna make things happen. And if you don't believe me, check it out for yourself. What should fans who might be watching you here in Cleveland for the first time? Hey, they look you up on the website, on the app. They call you. What should they expect?
Yeah, I mean, first off, between me and my team, you're going to get one of us. If you want to deal directly with the man, you're more than welcome to. I don't mind. I love working with customers because I look at it this way. I have a lot of good life experience financially. I've said 12 years of banking. I've got now 2.5 years of insurance. I have a lot of money and just kind of life and financial stuff knowledge. So that's what I look to do is to truly help people. Get from that point A to point B financially. It's not about just, saving money on auto insurance, sure. But if I can kind of turn that into a better discussion, really help people understand what actually insurance does, why it's important, because it's not a tangible. I joke when I leave that I lock the office door so no one steals all the insurance, but there's not just insurance laying around. So there's just it's kind of a mystery kind of component in people's lives that they think is a scam and all the different things you hear. It's not. It can feel like it sometimes. I'm not even going to say that it doesn't, but if you understand how it works and understand and have a person who you can go to help with those kind of situations, that's what we're here to do. That's what my team's here to do. That's what I'm here to do, and that's what I take a lot of pride and have a lot of passion in, obviously, as you can probably tell. So,
well, I know you said the joke, hey, we locked the door so no one steals the insurance, but it's exactly right.
Man, you hear right there, Mike from State Farm. We can never get Kyle's full clip in there at the end there, but Mike from State Farm making things happen. And Mike talked about it. insurance is never fun to talk about. It's never a situation where it's like, oh, I'm gonna go and take care of my insurance. What? But it's a necessary conversation. You want to have that conversation with somebody who, number one, you want to talk to, and number two, somebody who you could trust. And Mike Fabert is that man. Him and his whole team, they're going to take care of you.
Truly great team, and it's not just when you think of just like, oh, it's just auto insurance, or it's just like, home insurance. Like, there's so many different things you could talk to them about. There's pet insurance, too. There's obviously the big one right now, life insurance is huge. Just having that plan in place for you, for your loved ones, whatever it is. I mean, you just don't really know, and it's all preventative, but it's all important. And trying to get ahead of the game before you're behind is one of the most important things when it comes to something like insurance. And Mike has got your back 100% of the way there.
216-932-6900. That's 216-932-6900. Kyle, tell them the website.
Yeah, it's myfabert, Fabert, agent.com. He does that on purpose because he loves wordplay, and he's got a big brain to help you with your big insurance needs.
And you can find him, of course, here in Cleveland, the Cleveland area, Cleveland Heights, on the corner of Lee and Mayfield, same building as Starbucks, so you can talk insurance and get your favorite coffee. And the claims adjuster, don't look now, but just over a month, he might be back in that ring, and he's going to be back in the ring.
Are you saying the boy might be back in town?
He might be back in town. The boys will be back in town. Exodus Pro Wrestling presents The Boys Are Back in Town. The cool thing about the wrestling schedule, yes, all eyes and ears are on WrestleMania. The cool thing, though, WrestleMania week, if you're hosting, Vegas is this year, New Orleans next year. Hopefully we can go to New Orleans next year. But all the independent shows that tie themselves into WrestleMania week, TNA, even, TNA and others, but, handling their business and quality independent wrestling like you see with Exodus Pro. A lot of great stuff. Friday, May 23rd. We'll talk more about that card as we get into May, but as we say every time, before you know it, the card is here. So we're all ready to go. Check out, by the way, the Exodus Pro Wrestling social media accounts. They have an interesting new talent pickup that was just released yesterday. He's going to debut at this show on May 23rd. I think you'll find him very, very interesting, to say the least.
I mean, you put it in the fucking preview, dude.
All right, here we go. WrestleMania Saturday preview. It's the storyline that the streets are talking about.
Wow.
Naomi and Jade Cargill.
She said that, yeah.
And there it is. Kyle, you want to read what Trinity Fatu said?
So Jade Cargill put out a tweet saying something, I forget what the tweet was before that. Just like we know you went to the DR for your ass shots.
Oh, because Naomi was saying that Jade got like fake shots for her abs.
Wow, I didn't know you could do that. Okay, in which, of course, Trinity responded on the platform formerly known as Twitter, saying the only ass shots I get are from Big Jim. Which, yeah.
Big Jim. Big Jim. Listen.
Big Jim is probably the most over person in the world.
Over baby face. There is no bigger winner. A WrestleMania weekend. I don't care what happens this weekend. No bigger winner than Big Jim. And when he comes out to save Jey Uso on Saturday, he will get the biggest applause out of anybody at WrestleMania the entire weekend.
He's going to get the biggest shot of them all.
Big Jim. Oh, man.
That was wild. I'm just working today, and he sends me this because, again, I don't have social media. So Double A, in his infinite wisdom, decides to send me the Twitter, the link, and I'm like, oh, God.
I almost considered...
I thought she was going to be twerking or doing something else, and it's like, nope, just one sentence, like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 10 words.
I almost considered not sending this to you and just surprising you on the slide.
Oh, I would have died.
I'm like, this is too good.
When considering that for the future, just do it.
I know. I should have. I will admit, one of the top stories
Because there's an
going
actual
into
story.
WrestleMania.
There's an actual story there. I still don't buy it. I still don't buy that Naomi worked alone. I don't think anyone does, but at least the story has been told properly. She's presented herself as a threat. I don't know how big of a threat. I don't know how long this match is going to go. It's a Triple H era WWE, so I'm assuming the match will get some time. But that being said, like, Jade should walk over Naomi pretty handily. But there are other bigger stories afoot that involve this one. So this is a stepping stone to something I think a lot bigger that people are going to be excited for.
Jade should win this match. Naomi has proven to me, though, that her mic skills as a heel are really good. And she can eat a loss and come back on SmackDown, and the moment she starts talking, she's over again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would have Naomi's in such a strong position. She can eat a loss, no problem.
Well, she's very established, yeah.
Jade, on the other hand, cannot lose this match.
She can't lose it clean. Like, she'd have to get beaten with Naomi getting help. Like, and it had to be help from Bianca. That's the only way Jade can lose this match, because it stokes the story of those two moving forward. We know there's a draft coming up too, probably, I'm assuming, sometime in May. So we'll see what happens with all that. How the story, the bigger overarching story ties in maybe to that at some point, but they also have not had Bianca interact with either one of these ladies besides the night after. So it's
historically with this matchup, this is the first non-women or first non-title women's match to be on WrestleMania, I believe, since 2006. It's just one of those days. It just doesn't happen. So big props for both of these ladies for obviously producing. In particular, Naomi. You know, this late in the game, like, she's been around for a long time. You just don't believe, like, after a while, like, if you settle it in the mid card, like, that's it. You just don't believe, like, she has it in her. And she does.
I didn't believe you had it in you. This is like the first time you haven't appeared sexist on the show. Is the next slide Booker T going, yeah.
Stephanie wanted, she was in that video. She was in the video. She approved.
Okay.
Another hot feud going in
to
WrestleMania for perhaps all the wrong reasons. But
it's so hot it's going to take 4 hours to cook.
Tiffany Stratton is Charlotte Flair. How would you describe this? Like most Charlotte Flair feuds, a wild road to get to where you need to get to.
We need to have a bigger conversation about the legacy of Charlotte, I think.
Yeah, that's gonna happen sometime in the very near future.
Because the resume's there, obviously. She's won all these championships, whatever, but like, as an actual WWE superstar, someone that can like talk and lead a segment, and I cannot think of a time where I was impressed with Charlotte on the mic. Really? Like, really, where she, like, I felt like she held her own when it wasn't like a shoot or she just fucked up or something like that. I think we expected a lot from this, and Tiffany's had pretty much the only part that we really enjoyed. And that was when she told Charlotte that she was over 3 in her marriages. I mean, and that was apparently an unplanned line. I don't know if I still buy that or not, but I mean,
I think if everybody's saying that it's unplanned, then it's completely planned.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
They leak shit out so people can say things to put in false narratives because these are the top of the top. These are professionals. Like,
in my opinion, Charlotte Flair is the Kevin Durant of WWE. Because the resume is there. She's going to deliver. She always delivers in the ring.
But she crashes out everywhere else.
Yes. If you put Charlotte Flair, all right, put Charlotte Flair with, you know, the 4 horsewomen, the 4 horsewomen.
Yeah.
Obviously, Charlotte belongs there, just like Kevin Durant belonged on that Golden State team. He did. He won it, the Finals MVPs. It's not like he didn't do anything.
He had the most talent, but there was a different heart of the team.
Charlotte Flair, again, we talked about that Mania list earlier in the show. Charlotte Flair is part of that main event at WrestleMania 35 in New York.
Yeah.
She didn't have to be there.
Yeah.
but she was there.
Yeah, I mean, of that 4, I mean, it feels like Bayley's like the real heart
Mm-hmm.
because she was the real wrestling fan. Like, obviously Becky Lynch was too, but like Bayley was really the Steph Curry of that group.
Yeah.
Sasha was
I mean, we could debate who was the Steph Curry between Bayley and Becky.
Sasha was she was the Andrew Bogut of the group.
Oh, stop it.
Hey, she was an integral piece for like 2 minutes, and then it got
She-
real old real quick.
I give her a little bit more credit than that. Maybe, you know what? If Draymond Green went to like other teams,
No, she's Clay,
okay, I'll give you Clay.
and Becky is Draymond because she talks.
Yeah.
She's the best talker of the 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
She's Clay, like she was early years Clay.
Yeah.
She was like a nice Robin to Bayley's Batman, and then obviously Becky. But when Becky got together, Double A's dropping shit, like it was great. Stop checking your phone. Trinity hasn't tweeted this hour. You're good.
Dang. I'll check during the commercial.
Big Jim posts on.
Big Jim. Big Jim.
Can confirm. Shots fired.
Winner of this match, Tiffany and Charlotte.
God, can I get the third person that enters it? Maybe can I pick like Roxanne to just show up and be a part of this match? They tease
Jessica
that.
Carr
No.
will be the winner.
In a mask.
In a mask.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't really fucking care. I feel like Charlotte kind of is going to win, but this is going to be one of those matches that I'm not going to be happy when it's over. I'm going to be happy that the story is over, hopefully, but I'm not going to be happy with the match.
I'm going to root for the story to end, so I'm going to root for Tiffany to win.
Yeah, that's fair.
So there we go. All right, LA Knight, Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship. And, okay, this is the one I have to read the preview for.
Oh, you
Because
do?
I don't see.
What's the story, Double A?
So the story, oh boy, wait till we get to the New Day match. Hold up. Okay, let's go. Okay.
Get to the New Day match.
So the megastar LA Knight will face his greatest test ever as he defends the United States Championship against the monstrous Jacob Fatu. LA Knight defeated Nakamura back on the March 7th episode of SmackDown to win back the United States Championship. And then Jacob Fatu, Braun Strowman had that last man standing match. That was part of the 3-hour SmackDown. Hopefully you saw it. Hopefully you remembered. But he won that, and now we have the match.
Yeah, I hope Jacob Fatu wins, but we all know that this is where Solo turns on Jacob, and that starts a whole different. The Bloodline 2.0 officially disbands, and LA Knight gets to move on to another mid-card feud with someone that probably doesn't deserve to be in the mid-card. So,
Or hopefully an NXT call.
Trick
If you would have been building up Carmelo Hayes, I know Hayes is doing some work now with Miz and stuff now, but
that's actually
would've
really
been
good for him.
yeah,
I think just more of the professionalism type stuff to learn. I'm not saying Carmelo's not professional, but I mean,
right.
like, that being around that kind of person who does
Mhm.
everything for them, and what they see for Melo in the future,
Yeah,
kind of being that guy, and then plus because of his ability in the ring too, like that's a good pairing. At least I give him a year. Just be with the Miz. Like it can work. They can win a tag title at one point, and then obviously the story will tell itself. And he's always got the go backs, the trick, and all that stuff and everything too. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe Ethan Page moves up. I don't know.
that'd be great.
There we go.
Love Ethan Page. My favorite fucking match. Let's go.
Boy,
Where's Otis on the card?
pre-show
Yeah, exactly.
in like WWE 2K.
His first ever one-on-one match, and Chad Gable can't even use his legal American name. He had to go all the way to the Gulf of America.
No, they changed it back. It's now Gulf of Mexico again.
Fuck.
They changed it back.
That goes the joke. Well, shit.
They changed it back.
I start calling Pete Old now again.
This past week they changed it back. No, I'm talking about the storylines. They changed it back.
Now is it Gulf of Mexico or is
Yeah,
it?
it's Gulf of Mexico.
Fucking
The
unoriginal.
AP never changed it because of the sources and stuff. And okay, anywho, so Donald Trump will be the special guest referee here.
So excited. They're both going back to Mexico.
Where's JBL?
Gotta get him
Where's
outta here.
JBL?
Gotta get him out of here. They gotta
Do you
go.
understand that
Gotta
JBL?
go. Get him out.
Do you understand that JBL would either be one of the greatest heels of all time, or depending on the city you went to, one of the greatest baby faces of all time.
I'd love to see JBL put a mask on. just destroy Ray.
Ooh, man.
El Grande, the large American is going to get the job done. I got a feeling.
You know what?
And I hope he gets dismasked. His mask comes off. He gets unmasked, per se, and it's not Chad Gable. I told you, I hope it's like Primo or something like that. Like one of the TNA guys.
I guess my question, though, because, in the luchas and whatnot, the big deal is, you don't take off.
It's pride.
You don't take off the mask.
Yeah.
So why is deadbeat Rey Mysterio so locked in on taking this guy's mask off?
Because he's disrespecting. He's not a true luchador. He's an amateur wrestler. He's
But
not
how
a
does
luchador.
Ray know that? Ray doesn't even know the qualities of his
Come
own
on.
son.
Well, come on,
How
look at
does he
him.
know? How does he know that he's not a true luchador? He still doesn't know anything about Dominic.
I love he hasn't done like one luchador movie either. It's all been Chaz
I'm
Moose.
right.
It's all been stuff he's done, the headbutt,
It's the
everything.
same moveset.
There's no Hurricane Rana. There's no nothing. There's nothing that says I'm a luchador. It's
the
all
same
just the
moveset.
same
This
shit.
dude is buff like Vince McMahon
Oh,
approved buff. Like,
Oh my god. It's fucking great. This is honestly, I love Chad Gable so much. I'm so happy that my prediction came true and he became a star and he gets his solo match at
he
WrestleMania.
did not become a star.
While Otis is doing Slim Jim
Americano.
commercials. Oh yeah,
Americano is a star. Americano came into WWE like 3 weeks ago, and he's on the WrestleMania card.
It's fantastic.
Do you understand? Like, there are other deserving people to be on WrestleMania,
He found
and
a
this
way.
guy walks in
Persevered
with.
through the rough waters of the Gulf of America. He persevered.
Oh man. Okay, the next match is New Day versus the War Raiders.
Speaking of persevering, this is going to be on Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah,
Of course it is.
I was really hoping this was Sunday.
Oh, we'll have people here. We can talk to them.
Okay,
We shouldn't
you
say
want to
that.
talk? You want to talk about was kind of been disappointing so far? The New Day heel turn.
Yeah, I don't know. When they actually are given time to talk, they can't do it out in the ring because the people don't let them talk. It's the new popular thing now to boo everybody. So I
Mhm.
mean, like, okay, but like when they're actually given a platform to talk, the guys sell their ass off. Like it's
They
great.
do a great job.
I think everyone just in the back of their mind, if you're like me, you're just waiting for Big E to show up. Like you're hoping and praying to God that he's
So-
going to take the suit off. And
WWE did mention in the previews that this would be the first tag team championship for New Day without Big E in the group. I wish they would have drilled that in a tad bit more,
there's also
but
some
maybe
rumors,
they'll do that on the kickoff show going in.
There's some rumors that he's going to show up and help them.
Help who?
The New Day. And
Why?
He's going to apologize, and he's going to turn
Oh.
heel, and they're going to go on full heel run. He'll be a heel manager, and that will eventually lead to a story where he can find a way to. I mean,
I'm not against it. I'm going to play devil's advocate. Why would he apologize?
maybe he found the error of his ways. He realized, well, I could have been there for him the entire time, and I wasn't. So now I'm going to be there. And these guys, look at they have a tag team title match at WrestleMania without me. Like, imagine what we could do if I actually got my head on my ass and supported my bros. Like, we could be on another level right now.
That's all they wanted was E's support.
Yeah, that's the reason why they're pissed. Because he just left, and then he came back, and then he didn't. Like, he
But would
stayed
Big
on the
E-
sideline.
Would Big E disrespect the fans?
Yes.
Ooh.
We never thought John Cena would actually go through with it, and he did it. Every face has got a price.
No more meaty meats.
Oh, he'll still be big, meaty men slapping meat. Like Big Jim. Slapping that meat.
We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back
That booty meat.
on the WrestleMania Sunday, and who will Randy Orton face at WrestleMania? We'll talk about all of that right after these messages. Tom, do you know where everything is here in the store?
No.
Okay.
In a general idea, I do, but I can't tell you how many times my office is on the floor of the store,
Right.
and my door is always open. All our managers' doors are always open if they're there. So if any customer has a question or whatever, if they can't find an employee, stock guy or whatever on the floor, they can just, hey, where's this at? So I can't tell you how many times a customer would come in and say, can you tell me where sugar-free candy is? And I'll say 12N. No, I say no, 12S.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And I says, it's right down, go down this way because you're in aisle 7 now, 5 more aisles or whatever. And then I'll think about it after they leave, and I'm like, oh, man, I told them the wrong aisle. It's aisle 13.
What should fans who might be watching you here in Cleveland for the first time, hey, they look you up on the website, on the app, they call you, what should they expect?
Yeah, I mean, first off, between me and my team, you're going to get one of us. If you want to deal directly with the man, you're more than welcome to. I don't mind. I love working with customers because I look at it this way. I have a lot of good life experience financially. I've I said 12 years of banking. I've got now 2.5 years of insurance. I have a lot of money and just kind of life and financial stuff knowledge. So that's what I look to do, is to truly help people get from that point A to point B financially. It's not about just, saving money on auto insurance, sure, but if I can kind of turn that into a better discussion, really help people understand what actually insurance does, why it's important, because it's not a tangible. I joke when I leave that I lock the office door so no one steals all the insurance, but there's not just insurance laying around. So there's just it's kind of a mystery kind of component in people's lives that they think is a scam and all the different things you hear. It's not. It can feel like it sometimes. I'm not even going to say that it doesn't, but if you understand how it works and understand and have a person who you can go to help with those kind of situations, that's what we're here to do. That's what my team's here to do. That's what I'm here to do, and that's what I take a lot of pride and have a lot of passion in, obviously, as you can probably tell. So,
well, I know you said the joke, hey, we lock the door so no one steals the insurance, but it's exactly right.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
I'm only laughing because we're going to cut this part out.
Oh, come on.
I'm
No.
kidding.
No. We're not laughing at our wonderful sponsors. We're laughing at something we were talking about off air.
We've been talking about Big Jim the whole show.
It's hard not to.
the whole show.
It's really hard not to.
It's really hard not to.
Yeah.
You should also talk about Megan Gallagher, Omega Video Marketing. You see the commercials every single week, every time we talk about her business. And it is a business now, Prove LLC business. Every time we talk about her, every week, new clients. And you're seeing, again, those clients, even, us, seeing the results, more reach with business clients, with social media clients, all across the board. Omega Video Marketing, she's going to help you out and get you to the place where you need to get to grow your business and to grow your social media platform.
It's one of the hardest things to do, especially when you feel like you've hit your plateau of what's next. How do I continue this upward trend, this upward swing? You saw in some of the comments on the video package there, grew in the shadows, right? You were able to put the hard work in behind the scenes, but how do we get to the next step? Megan's got you covered with that.
And again, Cleveland-based, so if you're right here in Northeast Ohio, you try to establish, get your voice out, grow your business, contact Megan. Her email, meganrg440@gmail.com. That's meganrg440@gmail.com. All right. WrestleMania Sunday. Before we get to the rest of the matches, the big question, Randy Orton. And honestly, perhaps one of the more popular questions in pro wrestling. We were at BA Sweeties a couple weeks ago. That was the hot question. Who is Randy Orton going to face at WrestleMania? And, man, now I wanted to be Big Jim, but it can't be.
It can't be.
Can't be.
He's too busy.
Can't be.
He's going to be, yeah, there's too much going on with that. He can't.
And it won't be whoever's calling Kyle right now. It
The
won't be any of that.
929 area code. It is scam season, people.
Ooh, scam season.
My lord.
Did you get your taxes done?
I had to file an extension.
Oh, yeah. Been there.
Not fun.
Not fun.
Thank you for bringing that up. Sore subject.
Sorry, buddy. Well,
What the fuck? No, it's fine.
well, looks like Randy Orton needs to file an extension on finding a WrestleMania opponent.
Well, hopefully the extension is due on Friday so we can see what's going on. But
I'm intrigued about Nick Aldis. It just doesn't make sense at this particular time for it to be Nick.
unless on SmackDown, because Randy did threaten him again.
He did.
He brought everyone's bringing everyone's wives into everyone's mouths right now. He mentioned Mickey James.
Oh, yeah.
So he has food for fodder here to be like, don't worry, Randy, I'll find you an opponent, and then it's him.
And it'll be him because he's fighting for the soul of WWE.
It's the most important match in the last history in the last 50 years, and it's to determine the future of pro wrestling as we know it. The match they made 5 seconds ago.
I should be an AEW market say all of these fuckers took the story away from Jon Moxley. Because he's also fighting for the soul of pro wrestling.
This whole thing is all just a... Roman's like, hear me out.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be, like, hilarious if, like, every match was for the soul of wrestling? Fuck that, dude, man. Come on, let's do it.
Man. All right. Screw it. Nick Aldis.
It's
floor's... We'd
unfortunately,
rather for it to be him than Solo. I would.
I don't think it's going to be Solo. I think Solo's got his hands full with the betraying Jacob Fatu.
And in classic Triple H writing, nobody wants Solo, so he's throwing Solo in there to basically say like, "Oh, it's gonna be Solo." We know it's not gonna be Solo.
Yeah, it was a nice little tease, but I think honestly Nick makes the most sense. And dude's a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Yes, he
He
is.
can go. He's only 37, I think.
Nick
38?
did have a championship match against Cody Rhodes for the NWA World Title years ago.
Dude is super talented and has been biding his time. He's been a good soldier. I think he deserves that moment, and I have no doubt that he won't be able to deliver in that. So,
all right, we have 10 minutes to get through the rest of this card here.
no boy.
This triple threat match, it's been a highly controversial build. Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, highly controversial build, but somehow, some way, we have arrived to this match. It's going to happen on Sunday. This match, I'm going to be honest, as odd as this build has been, and I haven't been a fan of this build, and I don't agree with Rhea Ripley in terms of, you just don't understand. I'm having a little bit of a tough time predicting a winner, but I do have a winner in mind.
Mine's not that difficult.
You go first.
Oh, it's Bianca. And again, it's one of those things where can't be Rhea. I still think Io is there to eat the pin, unfortunately, because their money match is Bianca and Rhea, and they didn't feel like they had enough time, I guess, to build it up, so they're gonna wait. But yeah, no. And Bianca with the tie-in of Naomi and Jade somehow in this match because it's a triple threat. So remember, there's no rules, so anyone can get involved, do whatever they want.
Right.
So yeah,
I have one other reason to toss in that. I'm picking Bianca, but I have another reason. It has come to my attention, and she mentioned this when they ran the promos on Raw. Bianca's undefeated at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Now
like
it's
4-0 or something
now
like
she's
that.
4-0.
Yeah.
She wins this Sunday. She'll be 5-0. Now she has
mini taker.
Yeah. I did the math. If she wrestled one match at WrestleMania every year, no injuries, no nothing, one match, she would beat, and she wins, she would beat Undertaker's WrestleMania record when she's 54 years old.
I doubt that's going to happen.
Now, you could cut it down and have her every year wrestle twice.
Well, so
Mania Saturday and Mania Sunday.
yeah.
But even if you did that, it would still take her 13
I
years.
think the bigger thing would be who has the most wins in women's matches at WrestleMania. I'm assuming it's probably Becky or Charlotte or something like that. I mean, I think passing them and being undefeated is where she can. If she gets to double digits with that streak, so to speak, then it's built up and there's aura. But I mean, yeah, it's still so early. Like, people didn't talk about Undertaker's streak until he was like 13, 14 and 0.
True.
They're like, oh, hey, by the way, you're undefeated. He's like, no shit, really?
And it was more. It was in that tone. It was, oh, by the way,
Yeah.
and then I think once he got past like the Mark Henry, once he got to like Edge, then it was like, oh. Okay.
We should maybe capitalize on this
Mhm.
because you could make a shit ton of money making this like an event inside of the show.
Bianca winning the title, pissed off Rhea Ripley. Io Sky probably eating
Back
the
to damage
pin.
control. Where she goes when Kairi Sane and Asuka
I would
return.
like a little bit of surprise. I would like Rhea to actually eat the pin instead of Io, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
The internet hates that women's triple threat feud, but the live crowds, they love it.
Yeah.
Rhea's over. It's just what it is, and Bianca needs to throw that back in their face. AJ Styles and Logan Paul. This feud, 2 episodes in the making, and I guess to start. Look at our preview here, provided by WWE. Since returning from injury, AJ Styles has not taken kindly to Logan Paul, leading to tense interactions between the high-level superstars. Paul loves being part of viral moments, but he was on the wrong side of a huge one where Styles got the last laugh alongside this Andrew
Schultz.
comedian, whoever's on Netflix. I don't know any of them stars.
Gotta get it.
Yeah. Well, here we
You
go.
got Netflix, you're watching Raw.
To watch other stuff on Netflix.
Whatever.
This
You don't like the
match
laugh?
is going to happen.
It'll be a good match. That's the one thing that you just mentioned earlier too. AJ Styles doesn't have bad matches, and say whatever you want about Logan.
Logan doesn't either.
He has dude wrestles 3-4 times a year, but it's always fun to watch. I mean, he'll do great shit in there, and I think it'll be one of the better matches you're going to see over the weekend. I mean, just again the story, it's not really there, but I mean, this is really, I think, an opportunity because Logan can eat pins and still be Logan Paul, and AJ. People are clamoring for like one more title run for him, like especially on Raw. He's got a good opportunity because if it is Jay or whatever, it opens the door for a lot.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Even with Gunther, I mean, have we seen AJ Styles and Gunther yet? Like, I wouldn't mind watching that.
I don't think that in a story.
That'd be great
Man.
if they could find a way to make it work. Like, there's ways to do it, but I have AJ Styles winning this match. But
I have Styles as well.
yeah,
But there again, the Karrion Kross factor. I don't think he'll be involved per se in the match, but I would imagine if you put Karrion Kross have a major moment, at least on the kickoff show, commenting on this match, or even a post show commenting on this match, with the panel, it'd be a little interesting. Because Karrion Kross has somehow
you're
made
dying to
this
get him on the
story.
show here. Yeah.
Has made it in. We joked during the commercial break that 2 of the most intriguing members of this roster are not competing at WrestleMania, and that's Karrion Kross and Big Jim. We don't title the episodes anymore, but if we did, this would be the WrestleMania preview / Big Jim. This Fatal 4-Way match is, to me, in my opinion, is the hardest match to pick. Bron Breaker, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, and Penta. I like, you know what? Screw it. Dom. Dominic's going to do it. Dominic's going to do it.
I think that's a fair pick.
Dominic's going to do it, and Finn's going to hate it. Finn's going to hate it. You know what this is going to remind me of? 2004 when Randy Orton won the championship from Chris Benoit. And
Triple H with the
they're gonna
thumbs
have
down.
they're gonna have the celebration on Raw, and then you're gonna get the thumbs down. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they might do that to Finn at that point. I think Penta's going to win. I think there's too much there with Finn and Dom. They're going to cost each other the match. The popular opinion now is Dom pinning Finn to win. But I think obviously Braun's the wild card in all this because he could very well just retain the title and move on. I mean, this could just all be a big thing. But Penta's been put as that marquee guy. Phoenix has been fantastic over on SmackDown. He's looked great. Just the emotion he has too and everything. So they're trying to build those two up separately. I don't be surprised if Phoenix gets a U.S. title shot at some point in the near future too. that's why again I have Penta winning this match. Bron gets to move on to World Heavyweight Title main event business. Those two get to keep bickering about why they didn't get the job done at Mania, and then Penta gets to be because Penta can have matches with Dom and Finn afterwards too
Yes,
for the
he
IC
can.
title. He can stay in that group for a little while longer and build himself up a little bit
And
more.
Triple H wants him on television every single week,
He
too.
does.
So
He
you
does.
absolutely do that.
Yes.
I have Dom, and you're picking
Penta.
Penta. All right. 2 more matches to go.
Oh, what a great screen that is! Oh my goodness!
If you're listening, I'm sorry.
you should be watching.
You
That.
should be watching on Facebook, on YouTube.
Yeah, timestamp this and flip over to the YouTube to look at this amazing screen of 4 of the most beautiful women I think I've ever seen in my life. Ugh.
Man. I'll let you take this one.
And only one burned me on social media.
I don't think that account exists anymore.
Who knows? I haven't checked.
No.
Probably it honestly does. I don't know. But so it's the women's tag team championship match because the winner gets to defend the titles on Tuesday right afterwards, which is great.
Against the winner of the NXT.
Yeah, Stand and Deliver at 1 o'clock Saturday.
Yep.
Liv and Raquel versus Lyra, Valkyria, and Bailey, the makeshift tag team that all of a sudden is better than every other women's tag team because there essentially are no women's tag teams in the main roster currently. This is a tough one to pick too, just because it feels like we're waiting for Bailey to go back to heel Bailey.
Really?
I for something just keeps telling me she's going to turn at some point with all this. But Liv and Raquel should win this match.
I'm very curious to see where this match is placed on the Sunday card.
I imagine somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. What do you think opens?
Is one of the women's matches on Sunday?
I think this
is the Rhea match.
Rhea.
That'll lead it.
Okay.
That'll lead it off.
They probably do the street fight.
I can't wait to read that one.
I got the babyface team winning. Just
you think so? Lyra's going to be a double champ?
I think so.
Wow.
I think they're gonna. I think they really. I think Triple H is committed to pushing her.
I'm committed to a lot of things to her. Yeah.
Do.
Oh, okay. This is the one.
Go ahead.
So I wanted to read the synopsis with this because this was hilarious. Brace yourself. That's all I need to read. Like what the fuck?
That's the story. The end.
It's the last fucking one, and it's brace yourself. Like I lost it when I read that. Careful, and I might get poked out. Real glass, but
Real glass. Real glass.
Wild.
The Jack Perry special. Real glass.
Sin City Street Fight, because there isn't enough 3-ways or matches with no rules. We have to make a match that says there's no rules in it in the title, essentially. Can't wait to see someone get hit with a hooker. That's going to be fun. Sin City Street Fight, right? If they're not fighting the Bellagio, like they leave the actual Allegiant Stadium and go down the strip.
That is correct. Yes.
They need to do that.
Yeah, they should.
Or the fight needs to start there.
Yeah, I agree.
Like that would be fantastic. Like someone's getting like a Mardi Gras type drink and shit. Like that. Hell yeah. Like I that's the only way I'm going to be really super entertained with this is if they just full on send it and they just make it like it's on the strip. We're not even doing it in Allegiant. It's out here. Knowing WWE, they probably would like pre-film it and then they'd have them show up inside. But like, nevertheless,
Gotta be some casino somewhere.
I'm excited.
Gotta be somewhere.
It'd be
casino.
fucking great. I want like a hangover thing. I want there to be tigers involved. Like, just do the whole thing.
Where's Mike Tyson?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is shown. He will show up on Netflix.
He will show up.
Yeah, he will show up and show his ass on Netflix.
Well, that's the show. So, so that's WrestleMania. So there you go.
Do we pick anybody for that match?
Go ahead, pick somebody.
Oh God, Drew.
Damien. Just wanted to go against you.
Yeah, of course you did.
Damien. And he's the babyface. Drew can come back.
No, because Drew's part of that group.
Drew can come back and blame.
Mm-mm.
I think that's where we'll disagree. I don't think he's a part of that group yet.
He will be.
I think he could be. This is going to be reaching, but the messaging is the same right now. Karrion Kross could be in that group.
Yeah.
And I'm only saying it because the messaging is the exact same as
Drew doesn't feel as lost as Karrion, but with those guys around him.
True. I agree.
Drew feels like he belongs in that group.
Mhm.
Karrion's like, man, I don't know.
But I think right now, my big takeaway coming out of WrestleMania, the group forms. The Rock, John Cena, Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman. For those online who say that, oh, this feud is about Paul Heyman. No, it's not. That's surface level.
It's about The Rock being 20 steps ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
This has been a plan since last WrestleMania.
Yes, it has. We will be with you on Saturday, 6:45 on the YouTube. Us will have friends here in the studio and enjoy the second screen experience. Get live reaction, our reaction to everything that's going on at WrestleMania Saturday. We cannot wait. Started with the opener, going all the way to the main event match between Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk. And we'll have reaction right after the pay-per-view. All right, well, that'll do it for us. And after that special, we'll be back here next week to react to everything that we have seen.
We'll see if we're still high after 420. Happy
for
Easter.
WrestleMania. Enjoy this wonderful, wonderful weekend coming up. And go Big Jim.
Go be Jim.